Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond all measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most of us are frightened of. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? I have read this over the years many, many times, and many times in the beginning I really didn't understand, what does that look like? What does that really mean in everyday life? And here's the two ways that I have seen it working with people and even bringing up my own children. When we teach someone to live their life in any way they want to, and to feel how they want to live their life, to feel this, does this feel right? And maybe at first it's confusing and you're just doing something because you think that's what you should be doing, because that's what you feel you should do, because that's what you were told that you were good at, because that's where you got most of the attention. And that's a big thing today. When we get a lot of attention for that one thing that we do really, really well, it doesn't really mean that that's the one thing we're going to do or really love or want or came here to do. It's because we got caught up in the attention and the feeling, the great feeling that gave us, which made us lead us to believe that this was the thing we're here to do. Not necessarily so. So as you go through life, you have to watch what is feeding the ego, what is making you feel good, what is feeding that fear of these people love me when I do this, so therefore I must keep doing this. The other part of what it looks like is when you do something that is really you, that fills your heart. It means there is no time that passes. You feel like you're almost moving in and out of your body. It just feels so effortless and beautiful. Doors fly open. You meet people that you didn't anticipate meeting, and they take you and introduce you to other situations and other people, which help you grow, which help you move. And all this time, it's very effortless. Now, this is the part that's feeding that deep part of yourself. All of a sudden, the accolades and what people are all saying and doing, it really doesn't matter, because there's a sense of peace and security within yourself, knowing that this is you. This is an extension of who you are. So they're the two ways of seeing it. Now, because society, and we've all learned this, and it's kind of sad for me to watch this, but in society we have developed this thing that we always look for, and we're great when we see people who are struggling and people who are trying to make it big and people who are trying to make it in their dream, and we're all behind them. You go get it. You can do this. Don't listen to other people. You go strive for the top. You go after it. We're all behind you. And then they make it. They're making it, and they're getting accolades and trophies and diplomas and whatever that is. And then all of a sudden it becomes, oh, well, okay, he or she is just too much. They're just too everywhere. That person's getting too much. Where is the next underdog that we can go and lift up? We've had enough of this person. He's too much of everything. Why do we do that? Why do we do that as society? Why do we teach our children that it's okay to be who they are, and then pull them back when they get that confidence, when they feel the growth, and we teach them you can be good but not that good. You can be confident but not that confident. Always act humble. Always be nice. Why do we teach this? Being nice has got nothing to do with being successful. Nice is just who you are. But this is how you push people's buttons. When you tell them that they can be something and go after it, but not too much. I'm uncomfortable if you do that too much or too often, or you get too many accolades or too many trophies. I'm uncomfortable with that, so I'm going to have to knock you down a peg because I'm not comfortable with your success. I've seen this many times. And that's why here's the next step. Those ones that will succeed have had a strong base of teaching them that what other people say and do have nothing to do with you. It's their judgments, their fears, their limited thinking, and their belief that underdogs need their support, not the ones that make it. And if you can teach your children that their strength comes from within, and not to give notice to what people say to them in a negative way, or try to humble them in a negative way, then they will soar through life. They will find who they are, and they will do exactly what their soul, that deep part of them, says to do. They won't have fear in following it. But if you teach your child that you must conform to what other people think and feel about you, then they will have difficulty in finding their true self, their true essence. So yes, your greatness in this world can come at a cost until you find that part of you that is willing to move on and let go. And then surround yourself with loving, supportive people who are not threatened by your greatness. Teach your children well, and do not fear judgment or embarrassment of what other people think. We all have the right to follow our heart and our callings within our soul. We should never, ever, ever tell a child that they cannot or that they are too much of anything. Our deepest fear is that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be? Please remember this when you talk to your children.